Hello everyone, this is me Sharon and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this very simple card holder. This is great for beginners and I'm going to show you step by step on how to make it. Hope you watch until the end of this video. Alright, so to start this project, you're gonna need a crochet hook which is compatible with the yarn that you're using, and I am going to use 2.5mm crochet hook, and these are the yarns that I'll be using. These are called In the Fill 4-ply yarn that is available in my country. They are unlabeled and you can use whatever yarn that you have in there. Make sure that it's compatible with the hook that you're gonna use. And then of course it's much better if you will have your card with you, because that is where we're going to measure the number of chains that we're gonna first do later, and then we're gonna wrap it around this card to make sure that it's going to fit really well. So first things first is we're going to make a slip knot, and then we're going to chain. Keep chaining until you can wrap it around the card. I have about 40 chains, and let's see if we can wrap it around this card. So make sure it's not too loose or too tight, that way you can still fit more than one card. So let's see. So it should be exactly like this, not too loose and not too tight. So after you get the size of this card, so now this will depend on the thickness of the yarn that you have. I actually chained 40, and this is the measurement of the card. Now yours could be different because of the thickness of the yarn that you will be using, so it could be less or more. Now after that, we're going to work a slip stitch into the first chain made, so make sure it's not twisted. I'm going to work a slip stitch in there. I will then work a chain 1, and into the same stitch where I slip stitched, I'm gonna work my first single crochet. So the chain 1 there does not count as a stitch, and then I will keep on working one single crochet into each stitch or each chain until I get back around. So just keep on doing that, and then I'll show you what to do next when we get back around. Alright, so once you get back around, this should be your 40th stitch or 40th single crochet, if that's the number of stitches that you came up with. So after that, make sure it's not really twisted, and then this is the chain 1 and it does not count as a stitch. You're going to then slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. So this is the one. Now the next step is the repeating round, so meaning this is what we're going to repeat until we get to the desired height of the card that we're making it for. So we're going to chain 1, and then into the same stitch we're going to work a single crochet. So that is your first single crochet. If you're a beginner, it is much better if you're gonna add a stitch marker to mark the first stitch, so that when you get back around, it'll be easy for you to work a slip stitch on that particular stitch. So keep working one single crochet into each stitch until you get back around. Alright, so this is what it looks like after doing 12 rows, 12 more rows. So I have 13 single crochets in total, and to end the round we always work a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. So each round should have 40 single crochets in total, or the number of stitches that you came up with. So that should be the total amount of stitches you have every round. It should all be the same so that you will have a straight edge. And then let's see if the card fits well. So this is what it's gonna look like, and we're gonna close off the bottom by working a row of single crochets. And when we do that, it will make this card holder spacier so that we can put more cards. So make sure that when you work a number of chains for the foundation chain, make sure it's not too tight nor too loose, so that it will hold all the cards that you're gonna put in. Now this height depends on of course the thickness of the yarn that you'll be using. It could be more or less than what I did. What we're going to do next is we're going to make a closure. So you can either add some buttons in here and then make a loop in there. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll work a loop for the button. So I'm going to chain one single crochet into the same stitch, and since I know that the total amount of stitches around is 40, I'm going to divide it by half. So that's going to be 20 on this side, so the middle part will be the 10th stitch. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll work one single crochet into each of the next 9 stitches so that I will have 10 single crochets, and then work the loop for the button. So I have 5 already, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So after that, I'm going to work a number of loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say I will do 10, and then after chaining 10, I'm going to work a slip stitch like what you do when you make a pickle, and then I'm going to work a slip stitch in there, and then continue working one single crochet into each stitch until I get back around. So that is very simple. And then later on, after we fasten off, we will be adding the button on this side. Alright, so next is, once we get back around, we're going to finish the last round by using the yarn needle. And so after working your last single crochet in there, we're going to cut off the yarn, and then we're going to make the join in there. So now I'm going to insert my yarn needle into the first, on top of the first single crochet by going through those 2 loops. And then I'm gonna pull it like that, and then go back to that same place where we have the yarn a while ago, so that it would create another chain and it will make it invisible. So that's what I always do with most of my projects. And then after that, you're just going to weave in the ends. Before we add the button there, we're going to close off this bottom here, and this will be the right side, and this is our loop for the button. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it, make sure that this loop is in the middle, and then we're going to work a row of single crochets in there. So we're going to work a slip knot, and then get into these 2 loops. So work a single crochet in there. This is what I do. This will count as a single crochet, and then work a row of single crochet catching those 2 loops. Now, if you're going to change the color, all you need to do is chain 1 and fasten off. And then the next thing is insert the new color into the same stitch where you slip stitched, and then work a chain 1. And don't forget to tie both tails at the back to secure. And then after that, you're going to keep working 1 single crochet into each stitch, and don't forget to add 1 single crochet into the same stitch as where you chained 1, and then keep working 1 single crochet into each stitch. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Please tag me on my IG if you made one. I would love to see, and also you can check my playlist for many bags and purses tutorial. And do not forget to join our team. It's called Gawang Sinulid on FB group. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.